Now on CoastTV News.
Bird flu battle, the growing concern over snow geese like this that were found to have the disease in Sussex County. Remembering Jimmy Carter as we continue to see more reaction from Delmarva come in over the passing of America's 39th president.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
And you are looking live on this late Monday morning at the White House in Washington, D.C. A sunny scene there, the flag in the middle of your screen, flying at half-staff. This to honor former President Carter, who died Sunday at age 100. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Pensick. Welcome to CoastTV News Midday as we continue our coverage over the passing of America's 39th president. And we learned that Jimmy Carter died on Sunday. President Joe Biden gave his thoughts on Carter while vacationing in the Virgin Islands.
We may never see his like again. We'd all do well to try to be a little more like Jimmy Carter. You know, my mom, you've heard me say this before, used to say, bravery lives in every heart, and someday it'll be summoned. Every time it was summoned, he stepped up.
Maryland Congressman Andy Harris, whose first district encompasses the entire Eastern Shore, posted on X, "I join Americans in honoring the life of Jimmy Carter, first as a naval officer and then as President of the United States. May he rest in peace." And again, we first learned about the former president's passing when the Carter Center released a statement on Sunday saying Carter died that afternoon at his home in Plains, Georgia. Ivan Rodriguez is in Plains with a look back at Carter's life and legacy.
From a small-town Georgia peanut farmer to President of the United States, Jimmy Carter aspired to make government competent and compassionate.
Our social and political progress has been based on one fundamental principle: the value and importance of the individual.
After 7 years as a naval officer, he returned home to Plains, Georgia, before entering into politics, eventually being elected governor of Georgia, using the platform to speak out against racism.
I say to you quite frankly that the time for racial discrimination is over.
Becoming president in 1977, his achievements were notable, including the Camp David Peace Accords in 1978, the framework for peace between Israel and Egypt. But there were dark days too, including the Iran hostage crisis that, together with the continuing inflation at home and an energy shortage, contributed to Ronald Reagan's landslide victory in 1980. Jimmy and his wife Rosalind founded the Carter Center in 1982, promoting peace, democracy, human rights, and economic and social development all over the world. In 2002, his work earned him the Nobel Peace Prize. A devout Christian, his life was largely defined by his faith and service to others. He spent decades teaching Sunday school in the small town where he was raised and volunteering with Habitat for Humanity. The longest-lived president in American history,
I love you,
leaves behind a legacy of love. Married 77 years before his beloved Rosalind's passing in November 2023, calling their marriage the pinnacle of his life.
Well, the best thing I ever did was marrying Rosalind.
In Plains, Georgia, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And Delaware Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester took to Facebook to honor the late president, saying, quote, "President Carter was a defender of human rights and democracy around the world, and he led a life full of compassion, grace, and community service." As we move on, we got a mild day cooking along the coast. We're now getting a live look at the beach in Rehoboth Beach as we're getting near that noon hour. Our First Alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey, joins us now with a look at First Alert weather. Things look pretty good there, Bob.
Absolutely, Matt. Good morning to you. Good morning, Delmarva. We had that rain this morning, but things are beginning to dry out. And temperatures pretty nice as we start to wind down 2024. 58 in Delmar already, 59 in Georgetown and Milton, 58 Rehoboth, Bethany Beach 59. I think we'll rise another degree or two, but we've had a cold front come through. Winds are pretty gusty out of the west now at around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but we're gusting over 20 in Ocean City, Millsboro, and Georgetown as well. And I think we could see gusts to over 25 this afternoon. You can see how the skies have really cleared out nicely from this morning's rain as we're looking at mostly clear skies across Delmarva right now. But we do have that cold front sliding through this. So as we go into the afternoon, it will be breezy and we'll continue the drying process. Upper 50s at noon on Futurecast, 59 in Millsboro and Longneck, 58 in Lewis. A little cooler at the beaches. You're stuck in the 50s, but close to 60 in Millsboro, back through Salisbury and Delmar as well. And through this evening, looking pretty pretty nice as temperatures fall back through the 50s, but gusty westerly winds dry us out this afternoon. But our dry stretch does not last forever. We've got some rain headed our way for New Year's, and the new year promises cold weather and maybe some snow. I'll talk about that coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
All right, thanks for that, Bob. Delaware's agricultural and environmental agencies, they're confirming 40 birds have been reported to them as having bird flu, including snow geese. And Prime Hook, they tested positive this past week. The Department of Agriculture says farmers should take precautions to protect their poultry and livestock. And ways to do that is cover waste, remove standing water near barns and chicken houses. Don't move equipment through standing water. This could track infected wildlife fecal matter into your barns. Secure buildings to keep wild animals from coming inside, and also use decoys and scare devices to keep wild animals away. There's a lot of details on it, including what to do if you think you've seen an infected bird on our app and CoastTV.com. This morning, a Georgetown man is facing charges after Delaware State Police say he stole a car and then crashed it. Police say it all began around 6:30 a.m. Friday when Keamy Atkins stole a car from the shops at Long Neck Boulevard, and hours later, state police say they found the car by Potts Net Lakeside. After they stopped Atkins, he drove away recklessly, eventually jumping out of a moving car in the Avalon Woods area. This caused the car to crash into a tree. State police say Atkins had a suspended driver's license. Just getting started in this edition of Coast TV News Midday. Coming up, credit card debt dangers, the big spending that has occurred this month, and how, if you charge those presents, it could take you a very long time to pay everything off. And political peace tradition. It's unique to Sussex County. We preview our special look at Return Day that will air later tonight. Coast TV News Midday is back after this.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays, anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups and unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go, with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, safety is our top priority, and we need your help to keep employees safe. When you see our team working along area roadways, please slow down and move over. Delaware law requires drivers to reduce speed and move over when approaching working utility vehicles. If you can't move into other lanes, drive at least 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. Do your part to make sure our crews go home safe to their families every day. Slow down. Move over. It's the law.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
It is almost 2025, and as you look back on 2024, there's no doubt one of the biggest stories of the year was the political season on the coast. In Sussex County, you can't think about any election without Return Day, and Coast TV has spent the last 2 months digging into the history of this famous tradition where people return to the county seat to hear the returns of the election read out loud. And just like they did in the 1800s, a hatchet is buried and opponents come together to mark the end of the political season. And you can learn all about this wonderful history. There's even some international elements to this. It's tonight at 6 p.m., the history of Return Day, only here on Coast TV News. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 8:30, Seaford and Cambridge South Dorchester meet in the Governor's Challenge. And then for a recap of all the action, tune in for the final score at 10:30. On the DSN Plus app, you can watch plenty of action for the final day of the Governor's Challenge at several sites, the Wicomico County Civic Center, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and at Y-High.
We're seeing lots of sunshine right now in Cambridge. You had a cold front swing through, so it's breezy and cool, but not cold for this time of year. And you warm up a couple more degrees into this afternoon, into the upper 50s. We're ending 2024 on a mild note, and it's going to be wet, unfortunately, as we wind out the year for New Year's Eve. More on that, plus some snow in our forecast for next week. Our umbrella winner, in case you missed it from earlier this morning, is Connie Miller from Lewis. Congratulations to her from Paul Davis and Coast TV. I'll have much more on your full forecast coming up after the break.
Let me brag for a moment about my wife. She's among the few dentists worldwide to be accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. She is the only dentist within a 100-mile radius with this prestigious accreditation, and I couldn't be prouder of her dedication and achievement.
It is my passion to ensure our patients receive the absolute best in cosmetic dentistry and leave with a renewed confidence in their smile.
Entrust your smile with a dentist accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry.
Schedule your free consultation with De Palma Dental in Berlin, Maryland today.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Dave. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach has been serving award-winning Italian food since 2008. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves traditional and coastal Italian cuisine, pairing Mediterranean flavors with fresh seafood and local produce. Lupo has an extensive all-Italian wine list, monthly wine dinners, and a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Popular dishes include chicken parmesan, lobster bucatini, and veal meatballs. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and open 7 days a week. See you soon.
It starts small, just a drip. But when tragedy strikes, it doesn't wait for you to be ready. Whether it's a natural disaster or an everyday life mishap, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus Disaster Cleanup. Visit us at royalplus.com to learn more.
The most heart-stopping caught-on-tape moments of 2024. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Coming up.
It's not easy or comfortable.
Drew, her audience, and guests makeup free for the first time.
Monday at noon on Coast TV.
We're seeing conditions drying out pretty quickly after this morning's rain right now in the tunnel and razor cam, showing some high clouds, also blue skies, and 58 degrees right now, and it is breezy, and I think we'll climb a couple of more degrees to close to 60 as we go into the afternoon. Of course, we're winding down 2024, and as we go into New Year's Eve tomorrow evening, it's going to be a little windy and wet here with temperatures in the 50s. At least it's not icy and snowing. We're looking at 50 degrees here, and even up in New York in the Big Apple, as they dropped the ball on Times Square, we're looking at 50s and rain there. Temperatures right now into the 50s all across the area. 59 Bethany Beach, 58 Rehoboth, 59 in Georgetown, Milton 59, and Redden right now at 57. We've had a cold front move through. The winds have shifted to the west, and they're pretty gusty right now, sustained around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but gusting to 20 in Georgetown and Millsboro. Also Indian River Inlet and Ocean City gusting over 20, so pretty breezy into the afternoon hours. hours as we're looking at clearing skies behind a cold front. So looking good all across Delmarva, lots of sunshine. We had some clouds this morning, but that front is now making its way through, and behind it the air not a lot cooler, but it's breezy and drier, and just a few clouds across the Ohio Valley with some rain and snow across the Great Lakes. But it's this system I'm watching coming out of the northern Rockies with snow and rain. This will be diving to the southeast with time, and then that will give us that chance for rain as we go into your New Year's Eve evening. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast as we go into the afternoon hours. Temperatures in the 50s to around 60 away from the coast, but at the beaches into the 50s. And as we go into the evening hours, remaining clear, the winds will die down and temperatures fall through the 40s. And then by Tuesday morning, it is cooler with temperatures beginning in the 30s and 40s. And the last day of the year, we're looking at increasing clouds as we go through the morning hours. Winds picking up from the south and east. And as we go into the afternoon, thickening clouds. And we could see some showers after about 4 o'clock. And I think a better chance of rain as we go into the evening, as low pressure will be tracking just to our north. So we'll be on the warm side of this system. It's going to be wet into New Year's Eve and all the way up into New York City as well. But then that rain quickly shuts off on New Year's Day. It's breezy and colder, and then much colder as we go into this upcoming weekend as we're only in the 30s. Then things get interesting by Monday with the system that tracks our way. Just exactly where low pressure tracks is tough to tell, but we could see snow, we could see a mix and rain, all depending on where this tracks. But right now, looking like a wintry mix, changing the rain, and then maybe ending as snow as we go into next Tuesday morning. As far as rainfall amounts with this system, about a third to about 6/10 of an inch of rain, as we're looking at gusty winds this afternoon, maybe up to 25 miles per hour. And then out of the southeast, those winds become strong into New Year's Eve, maybe gusting over 30, and then getting really windy on Wednesday with gusts over 40. 60 this afternoon, sun and clouds, breezy and mild. 36 tonight, mostly clear and colder. And then New Year's Eve, increasing clouds, 59 degrees, pretty rainy and windy as we go into the evening hours. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. New Year's Day, windy and cooler, 51, lower 40s Thursday and Friday. Only mid-30s for highs and dry into the weekend. Then we're watching Monday for the potential of rain and snow.
Thank you, Bob. Today's Holiday House features a bright and beautiful Christmas tree placed in the corner with the bright lights. And if you look, there's one of Santa's helpers peeking around the tree on your left side of your screen. This was sent to us by Marilyn from Milton, and we want to see more of your bright lights and festive setups. You can submit your pictures and videos right now at coasttv.com/holidayhouse. More Coast TV news today in a moment.
The face of homelessness is changing. More and more, the people seeking food and shelter right here in our community are moms with children, whole families in need, and people in mental health crisis. But there is hope. Halo Ministry is making a difference, and you can help.
Halo has been the best way for you to help the homeless in our community because we offer more than a meal and a warm bed. We teach life skills and provide case management. We offer hope, the hope of Christ, and we put His commandments into action. And that's what really changes lives. Won't you help us do His work?
Visit haloministry.org right now and click the donate button.
Your end-of-year giving is vital to our mission. I always promise you I'll make every dollar count, and all of it stays local.
Your year-end gift can benefit everyone in our community. Thank you.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Transform your bathroom from ordinary to stunning in a snap with Shower Glass. At Shower Glass, we provide fast turnaround time, professional installation, and a lifetime warranty. Our pricing is competitive. We don't need a copy of someone else's quote to get you the best possible price. Now you can replace your curtain with a semi-frameless shower door starting at $13.50. Shower Glass, it's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
Get the Coast TV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Here's some troubling news as we're about to hit 2025. The U.S. credit card debt is set to hit record levels in the coming months, according to the National Retail Federation. Spending on track to reach a record between $979 and $989 billion. Credit card balances already 8.1% higher compared to last year. Credit cards continue to be the most expensive ways to borrow money. The average rate is more than 20%. The discount grocery store Aldi is expanding. The chain has announced it will be opening 17 new stores across 9 states. Aldi has previously announced that it plans to open 800 new stores in the U.S. by the end of 2028. Up next, healthy hobbies for 2025. We'll tell you what experts say you can do to start the new year off healthy. Stay with us on Coast TV News Midday.
Delmarva's Holiday House, sponsored by Beta Beach Builders.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
You already know Robinson's family of businesses as coin experts. They also specialize in natural and now lab diamonds. Robinson's has the largest selection and the largest jewelry showroom on Delmarva, with 8 jewelers on staff.
Did you know that lab diamonds are the same as natural diamonds, just lacking nitrogen from the earth? Lab-created diamonds have the same carat weight and grade and density as natural diamonds, but at only 1/3 of the cost.
With decades of serving our community, we're glad to be your trusted family business. Robinson's family of businesses, where Delmarva gets engaged.
Be careful when getting quotes for a new roof. There may be important things left out. Always ask, are they properly licensed and insured? Are they installing the proper amount of ice and water shield? Are they removing and replacing your siding to install new flashing? Are they checking the attic and soffit for ventilation? Are they protecting your home during installation? When you choose Spicer Brothers, you can have peace of mind that your new roof and all the details will be professionally installed for a lifetime.
To learn more, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Sometimes quitting seems impossible until the day you wake up tobacco-free, and all it took to get there was a visit to quitsupport.com. They have people who know what it's like and who know how to help. Just reach out. With a network of support, you'll be 3 times more likely to quit for good. You got this.
What's in your crawl space? Damp air, wet insulation, maybe a little fungus. It's easy to forget about what's under your home. At Bennett Termite and Crawl Space Solutions, we've been helping homeowners across Delmarva create healthier, safer crawl spaces for over a decade. We make the process simple and worry-free, so you can relax. Every project begins with a thorough inspection and ends with a final quality check. I personally make sure we just don't meet standards, we exceed them. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
If you plan on making a resolution for New Year's but haven't landed on a perfect one yet, how about choosing one that can also help your brain? Mandy Gaither shows us how a new hobby in the new year can help your health.
Its popularity continues climbing. While crafting isn't new, research into the health benefits of this hobby is.
There's now some new research showing that simply working on arts and crafts could be good for your mental well-being.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says this movement, which includes crafts like knitting, painting and drawing, and pottery, can actually bring you peace.
Crafting can lower the stress hormone cortisol. Recent study found a positive relationship between crafting and people's self-reported happiness, satisfaction, overall sense of well-being.
The National Endowment for the Arts says arts education can help youth better cope with feelings, bounce back from adversity, and develop tolerance and compassion for others. For older adults, the agency says participating in art has been linked to positive health outcomes. So if you're looking to start a new hobby in the new year, experts say to tune in to your creative side.
First of all, think back to what interested you as a kid and lean into that. Try new things with a positive, open mind, and do be patient with yourself. You don't have to be great at this or even good at this to get the benefits.
Gupta says a new creative hobby can also help with another critical part of health, social connection.
It's even better if you can do this as part of a group or a community of crafters in real life or even online.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
We're seeing lots of sunshine in Laurel right now, 58 degrees, and we're ending 2024 on a mild note, then wet for New Year's Eve. It will be breezy as well, and 2025 starts colder and possibly snowy as we go into next week. Another way to get your forecast is the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone, sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico. Your 10-day forecast is next.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair-accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
Cosmetic dentistry is providing patients with the smile they've always dreamed of. Becoming accredited in the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry has allowed me to provide our patients with just that. I've achieved the highest level of training in cosmetic dentistry. There's only 400 or so dentists that have been accredited since 1986. Come see me. I'm excited to help you achieve the smile of your dreams.
Schedule your free consultation with De Palma Dental in Berlin, Maryland today.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
If you're out and about this afternoon, perhaps taking down some of those Christmas decorations like I am, we're looking at breezy conditions right around 60 degrees. Those winds over 25 miles per hour at times, and then clearing winds diminish this evening, and it gets cool by morning. We're into the mid-30s. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. New Year's Eve increasing clouds, looking wet and windy as we ring in the new year tomorrow evening, so keep that in mind. New Year's Day is windy and colder, 51. Then we're looking at lower 40s Thursday and Friday. Cold weekend with highs in the 30s. Big question mark for Monday. Rain and or snow. we'll have to see. 38. In any case, it stays pretty cold as we go through the early part of next week with highs in the 30s and lows in the 20s.
All right, thanks, Bob, and thank you for being with us on Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us later for Coast TV News at 5. Until then, have a great Monday, everybody.